let this be a normal field trip? With a friend? No way!
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you'll see it.
Hey, kids! Are you guys ready for a field trip?
Swinging through the storm.
Is it going to be a normal field trip?
With Miss Frizz? No way!
Take the left at Julie Jackson. Take your second right past Mars on the magic school bus. Alligator in Australia. Climb on the magic school bus. Magic school bus. You're going You might get baked into a pie on the magic school bus. Step inside, it's a wild ride. Come on, ride on the magic school bus.
All right, kids. Today, we are going on a trip down to the deep ocean, all the way down to the oxygen minimum zone. Oh no!
This can be
This
good.
can't be good.
Are we alive?
Well, of course. Calm down. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're exactly where we need to be. So, where exactly are we going today, Miss Frizzle? Well, today, class, we are traveling to where the luminous vampire squid lives. It is the extreme creature we will be taking a closer look at today. It lives all the way down in the deep sea in a discrete habitat known as the oxygen minimum zone.
And how exactly far down is that? How do they breathe if there is barely any oxygen?
The oxygen minimum zone ranges from depths from about 600 to 1,200 meters, and they breathe just like any other animal. Although there is minimal oxygen here, only at about 3%, mind you, the vampire squid has unique adaptations that allow it to live and breathe normally. No other cephalopod and few other animals can do this at all. Wow, that is amazing. What kind of adaptations does it have? I know in class we learned about lowered metabolic rates. Would that be considered one? Yes, you're right, Dorothy. They actually have the lowest metabolic rate of any deep-sea cephalopod, which helps them to conserve energy. They also have a large gill surface area to absorb oxygen, and the oxygen is then taken in through the use of hemocyanate, which is a copper-based blue blood that binds to oxygen very well.
This is so cool. I can't wait to see one of them. How long till we get to see one?
Look, over there! There it is, class. Vampiriotus infernalis.
It kind of looked like a mixture of a squid and an octopus.
Actually, Ralphie, you are exactly right. The vampire squid is very similar to the octopus and the squid. They actually represent a line of cephalopods before they split into 10-limbed squids and 8-limbed octopus. They are basically a living fossil and have remained unchanged for many years. Why are they red? Is that why they're called vampire squids? Yes, that is one of the reasons. Although this one is red, they can range from either a jet black or a pale red, depending on location and light conditions. Most deep-sea organisms are red, however, because the red pigment requires less energy to produce, as well as camouflaging the organism. It's hard to see down there, alright?
I also see that it has 8 arms with spiny projections. And look, under the side, the arms all have suckers. Hey, what are those long hair-looking things hanging from its body?
Oh, those are a pair of filaments. They are long and slender and found between the second and third arm. They are covered in short, sticky hairs that actually collect marine snow that they eat.
What is marine snow?
Oh, I know that. Marine snow consists of stuff like life processes such as bodies of dead animals, dead phytoplankton, cells, and poop that sinks down the bottom of the ocean.
Hang on. I thought cephalopods were predators that caught and ate live animals.
Although you are right, Dorothy, the vampire squid is actually the only known cephalopod that doesn't hunt and catch its own food. This would require way too much energy. Basically, the vampire squid kind of floats around, catching and aggregating the marine snow, or detritus. And then once it has enough, it pulls the filament in using its arms to scrape it into a cavity so it can ingest it.
Oh no! What's that scary noise?
Look at over there. It looks like another predator trying to cause some troubles.
Kids, you are about to see what makes these deep-sea creatures so amazing. When the vampire squid senses trouble, it doesn't have an ink sac to use as an escape mechanism like most other cephalopods. Instead, it draws its arms backwards over its body into a posture that makes it look kind of like a pineapple to protect itself. The inside of its mantle is very dark, so it makes it almost completely invisible. And lastly, the best part. The tips of the tentacles contain photophores, which are organs that will produce clouds of bioluminescent mucus that's sticky and lingers and will glow for about 10 minutes, allowing the vampire squid to escape. Look! There's the cloud of bioluminescent mucus.
Wow! The vampire squid is gone. The bioluminescent cloud really helped the vampire squid to get away.
Yes, they are amazing creatures. Well, I guess it's time for us to head back to the surface now. Do you guys have any questions?
Oh, I do. If they're so good at hiding, how do they find each other when they need to reproduce?
Yeah.
You would ask that question, Ralphie. That's a great question, though. As a matter of fact, since all of the vampire squids pretty much live in the same oxygen minimum zone, usually they happen to stumble upon one another sooner or later. There is no defined breeding season due to this because they pretty much need to mate whenever they have a chance of running into one another. Therefore, eggs are found all year. Males will insert sperm into the mantle of the female, where it remains stored until the female is ready to fertilize them. And the fertilized eggs will then be deposited and usually hatch around 13 months.
Well, does the mom stay around to help take care of the babies?
Although she usually stays near the area while waiting for them to hatch, the female actually dies soon after the offspring are born. Oh, look. Here we are, class. Back to the surface. Time to go home.
All right, Miss Frizzle. See you later. Thanks for the great field trip.
You betcha, class.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Frizzle.